Hi, my name is Matthew Borie, Head of Analysis for Osprey Flight Solutions, bringing you our weekly update. Starting off with the coronavirus, the outbreak continues to persist in China, causing flight schedule disruption in main urban centers, as we covered last week. Beijing has instituted a quarantine policy of 14 days for all returnees to Chinese airports. In addition, we've seen flight schedule disruption taking place outside of China within the Southeast Asia region, to include in the countries of Thailand, Indonesia, the Philippines, South Korea, Japan, Malaysia, and Singapore, as well as Macau and Taiwan. Regarding Iranian airspace, which has been a topic that we've covered in depth since the shoot down of a Ukrainian International Airlines aircraft over Tehran in early January, we've seen the U.S. remove restrictions on flights over airspace not controlled by Iran within the Persian Gulf within the last week. This is a positive development, as the US FAA noted that Iranian air defense forces in the Persian Gulf region had lowered their alert levels. France has also relaxed its regulatory guidance for Iranian airspace within the last week. They've revised their NOTAM. What it does is allows French operators to conduct flights over eastern Iran at altitudes above flight level 320. However, French operators are requested still within the NOTAM to defer flights over the western portion of Iran. Within the last week, a weapon shipment from the Iranian government to Yemeni Houthi rebels was interdicted by the US Navy within the Arabian Sea. Included in the weapon shipment were some very troubling systems, to include drone components, surface-to-air missiles, as well as anti-tank guided missiles, all of which could be used specifically within Yemen, but also along the border with Saudi Arabia near the southwest provinces of Asir, Jizan, and Najran. We continue to watch this situation very closely. Finally, we have a report of a large-scale corruption investigation going on in the Philippines regarding the Bureau of Immigration. Several Bureau of Immigration officials have been let go of their duties at Manila's International Airport for being involved allegedly in escorting Chinese nationals who were part of Philippines offshore gaming operators that were paying bribes to these officials in order to bypass security checks. This is highly troubling because these Chinese nationals involved in the Philippines offshore gaming operations may have also traveled without official travel documents. And the investigation has indicated that the bribes were allegedly not only distributed among lower level airport staff, but the kickbacks reached to the highest levels of the immigration officials at the airport, as well as funding additional crime syndicate operations within Manila. We'll give you any updates that we come across in the weeks ahead, as this is expected to have a large-scale fallout within the Philippines aviation sector. Please sign up for our updates on our page and tune in next week for our weekly update.